Aha. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to, no, that would be the morning show. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. No, this is not Coffee and Headlines. This is a spotlight, and we are now on episode 7. This is our brand new little baby, our brand new weekly broadcast where we are hoping to invite more and more event organizers here in Puerto Vallarta that are looking to promote their upcoming events. So if you are planning something in Puerto Vallarta, maybe you are opening a restaurant, maybe you're opening a show um, in an art gallery, maybe you have a restaurant already and you simply want to tell us about your dish of the week, all you need is to have a specific date for an event that is going to happen. And I am so excited for a couple of reasons. For the first time in our short history, we have musicians. We have like a local band, and this makes me so psyched because bands in town are promiscuous in the best possible way. They all know each other. So I'm determined to give this particular band a great time so that they can tell other great bands in town and musicians and singers and whatnot that this is a vehicle for your own promotion. And then the second thing that makes me truly happy is that I was getting set up not even 5 minutes ago, and I noticed a message from a dear friend of Coffee and Headlines, Gary Green, who says to me, sorry about the last minute request. Can I come on the show and make a little announcement? And I quickly sent him the credentials to be able to join us, and he is waiting in the green room. He will be our second interviewee. So we're going to have 2 interviews today, not 1, which means that AJ and ZZ, I won't have time for happy goodbyes after your interview. And now that I've revealed their name, I might as well tell you a little bit that I know about this band. Well, I actually don't know much about the band. The band is called The Pleasant Uprising, and I am just dying to learn more about them. I have heard of AJ, one of the band members, before because he's a local writer, but that's not what we're going to talk about, at least not primarily. Let me invite to the stage 2 members from The Pleasant Uprising. Hello, AJ. Hello, ZZ.
Buenas tardes, Puerto Vallarta.
Am I saying that correctly? ZZ?
ZZ, yeah, perfect.
ZZ. Excellent. So you guys are 2 members from a local band called The Pleasant Uprising. Tell me about the title of the band.
Ooh. In English or Spanish? No.
We'll start off in English, yeah. So, as we all, I'm a political science major, which is, I think, relevant to the foundation of the band. And a peasant uprisings throughout history have always been the most potential patch fomenter of change throughout the societies for, the members of the lower class. And, we all know what pleasant means. And so I like to think that the name of the band reflects a positive, it's a positive outlet for the energy of change. Yes, because the only difference between a party and a riot is subject matter. So all the ingredients are there. You've got people, you've got them alive, you've got them celebrating, you've got them together and unified as one. What are they going to do once they're together? And so we've decided to be pleasant.
I hear you loud and clear, but I would like to dig in a little bit more. Tell us what type of music you make.
We make funk music, we make reggae music, we draw on the tradition of anti-establishment music. So there's a lot of punk rock, reggae, a lot of the genres that have traditionally questioned the traditional structure of society.
Aha.
And a little disco too. Our bassist loves
because we like to dance.
disco.
Yeah, that's right.
We want to make people dance.
Classically trained bassist. You should come see him play at some point.
Yeah, he plays upright. He plays the electric bass upright style. It's very cool.
Very funky, very funky.
Okay, so not being familiar with a lot of those things, and guilty as charged. I am from Mexico, and here in Mexico, whenever we talk about political uprising, we listen to other types of music, which is not your fault, not my fault. But tell me, what are your gigs like? Actually, before you tell me that, tell me the lineup of the band because I have a photo here of your Facebook cover.
Oh, perfect.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's go through it.
Is that you guys right
That's
now?
right.
That is us. Yeah, we
You
got
go from
on the
left to
left.
right here. We
Uh-huh.
got our guitarist. His name is Dele Kimbo, although some know him as John Alexander.
No. Fred Kimbo.
And
The drums. We got Jojo Hernandez, Yutzin.
mhm,
And then I play piano and I sing. We
female
have our
vocalist.
animador, male vocalist, AJ
That's
Freeman,
me.
or also Warflower Jones, if you so like it. And who we got on the bass, AJ?
We got Kike on the bass.
That is awesome. So how did you all find each other musically speaking?
Yeah, actually, it's a pretty beautiful story. If you've heard of Colectivo Hueco, they're located in the Colonia Buenos Aires. And we actually found most of the members through jam sessions there on Tuesday nights. There's a jam session from 6 to 11 p.m. every Tuesday.
We call it Chili Tuesday.
Yeah, Chili Tuesday.
No chili though. Kind
There's
of
no chili.
disappointing.
I don't know. Yeah.
But the music's good, and
Always
the
different
people
people.
are friendly, and like she said, the band formed out of this space, so we
Mhm.
always owe a debt to Colectivo Cueco. Shout out, much love, Terzo and the fam.
Yeah, Lucero.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
For those people that are not familiar with the Colectivo Hueco, and please
Oh, wow.
correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not. It's a rehearsal space, but they also do performances and they have
Yeah,
light and
yeah.
sound services and all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff combined, right?
City, yeah.
It's the best performance stage in the city, and
The
I don't
best audio
exaggerate. We've
engineers,
done
yeah.
pretty much a lot of them, and best audio engineers. They have
Yeah.
the whole
They
laser
have the
lights and smoke and everything.
yeah,
The full show they have.
It's the light sound activated.
So they're
light
trying to
system.
do more live events, and we're going to talk about doing one with them in the near future.
Mhm.
But yeah, we've rehearsed there in the past, and it's really just a great space to a great nest to
Yeah.
foster the musical community here.
Any local musicians, you don't have to have a certain skill
No,
level
you don't.
either. Like sometimes people get up on stage and it's maybe their third time touching a guitar, and then you have the guy playing guitar for 42 years. So
And
it's
not just traditional instruments either.
yeah,
We have
accordion, the
that's right.
didgeridoo.
Oh man.
bunch
And
of stuff.
how is you've mentioned something that is really important, Zizi, because you've mentioned that musicians with little experience get together with musicians with a lot of experience, and this happens in a friendly way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
Very
I get
democratic.
goosebumps thinking about it. No, it's a beautiful.
It's encouraging.
One of my
Everyone
favorite
encourages.
places to be. Yeah. Tuesday nights, if you're looking for something fun to do, and even if you want to try, I always wanted to sing on stage. I'm a vocal coach too. Get up on stage, sing. You don't have to have all of it together, but
When people
just
share
go.
instruments, if you used to play drums in college, if you have some old clarinet skills lurking around, hey, come on down
Yeah.
to Colectivo Cueco on Tuesday night, and they will find a place for you in the jam. So that's one of my favorite things.
And you guys have a gig coming up this Saturday. And before we talk about that, I just want to make sure that the audience, I'm trying to lay down the foundations here because I'm totally curious about your story. Well, I'm curious about a lot of things. Just blame it on my mother. But, so you find each other, you decide to have a band, and you give it a name.
Right.
What is your goal with this instrument that you've created?
My goal, at least personally, I can't speak for Zizi, but my goal personally is to connect meaningfully with as many people as possible.
Mhm.
And as a writer, I've gotten some insight into how public foster a community, and music even in my short time focusing on music as an outlet, I found that it's incredibly potent for that purpose. So I find it very fulfilling, I think.
Yeah,
And
to
what
jump on that, the first thing I thought of when you asked was to build a community, right? Like the world is getting crazier and crazier, so you want to have people by your side, people who believe in what you believe in,
People who love you,
people who love you. Yesterday rehearsal was one of our best
and
rehearsals
that you
ever,
love back.
and we all were just so happy. We're like, te quiero, like we all love each other, and it was so beautiful. So we're super psyched about our gig coming up this Saturday.
My reels.
You're gonna break the deets?
Yeah, we're
wait. Not yet.
Make them wait.
My cat who she's sitting next to me and she's saying to me, hold the excitement until a little bit longer. Plus, I have more questions for you guys. Unless are you in a hurry? I hope you're not in a hurry.
Oh no, this is my plan for this afternoon. Well, Anthony,
What
I'm gonna head over to Walk and Wobble later in Visayas, but that's not until later.
And then
Right now,
excellent.
we're all yours.
it's also art walk today, so I'm
So
Oh, that's
going
true.
there.
how how do you go up? And I think this question will be not only useful to me, but hopefully to other people that are watching. And I really hope that more and more people that watch are curious about the spotlight and want to come um, onto the spotlight to spread news about their own events. How do you guys spread news about your gigs? What has proven effective for you guys as a band?
Yeah, we walk through the streets and we hand make flyers and we pass them out to people and we spread the good word.
In-person engagement.
In person. Yeah.
For instance, we're joining you here from Vallarta Co-work here in
Mhm.
downtown Vallarta. And this is where we meet a lot of people. We meet, people come here from all over the world for their various pursuits. And we go to co-work spaces, we go to hostels, we go to
Mhm.
other events, we arrange events, markets, galleries. And I host trivia night over at Jardín de la Versailles. And when you
On
do so many
Saturdays.
things on a weekly basis, you will meet some repeat people, and
Mhm.
some of them you will get on with. And we tend to ride that as far as it goes.
Yeah. Have some
That is
regulars still
great.
coming back now, which is pretty sweet.
That's right.
Do
That's
you
right.
do you have a milestone to look forward to along the lines of, man, if we ever get to play at blank,
I can
then
fill in
we
that
really
blank.
made it.
Oh yeah.
I can fill in that blank for the year at least.
Okay, with what? I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know.
Every New Year's,
Oh, I know.
there's a huge thing in the middle of town with a giant stage and like
Los Arcos.
national acts, and that'd be nice. That'd be
Mhm.
nice.
I mean, we already
New
headlined the
Year's.
festival.
That's right.
So
We did headline the Isla de los Muertos festival November 1st of last year, and we did the Chili Cook-Off. So like some big events, some decently large events. But if we could get the New Year's Eve, and it appeals to me so on such a deep level, because many of the viewers may not know that this is actually a section of highway along the US 1 route that connects Anchorage, Alaska to essentially South America. And so to cut that thoroughfare off for a concert speaks to me on such an incredible level. It fills me with jubilation to imagine.
Well, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for that
Let's see
goal
about it.
to materialize, or at least put my little grain of sand into it by bringing you over here to this little space of ours. Which reminds me, if anybody has any questions for AJ or ZZ, please remember to add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your question, so that we can look for them and we can answer them before they leave. And of course, they're not leaving yet, but I do want to get. Oh, they just disappeared. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was getting so inspired. Hopefully, it is just a temporary glitch and they will come back some point in the near future. What I want to, maybe they just push, because I saw them reaching for a button. So hopefully they're going to come back. Hey, you guys, I'm here and I hope you're going to come back sometime. Oh, there you are. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
We're
Okay.
back.
all right. Sorry about that. We are
Not sure what
back.
happened there.
That sounded like an internet fart.
Is that what we're calling it these days?
Well,
Here's the call
I
right
know
there.
I have my share of those. I had the most dreadful broadcast like 2 or 3 days ago. The internet gods were totally against me. But let's not talk about that. We were getting ready to segue into your gig this Saturday. Tell us about
Yeah.
it.
Super excited. Well, we saw I'm sure many of the viewers are familiar with the Tiny Desk series of concerts where
NPR,
national
Tiny
fame,
Desk.
yes, NPR Tiny Desk, where national famous, yes, that's right. Fine, fine stuff. So we took a look at Myrel's bookshop in Plaza Rota over in Frutilao, and we saw some potential. Why not recreate the vibe and style of it in our own sort of way? So we're calling it a Table for Five at Myrel's bookshop.
Excellent. Tell me a little bit about the space, because I've seen it from afar. I've walked past it. It's on a second story, right?
Yeah, it is on the second story of the Perota Center. So it's also accessible by elevator if that means something to you. It's on the second. So if you're facing the protest center, it's on the second floor, right hand side. It's a beautiful space full of, the walls are green, which promotes calming. There's plants, little day party time woman. We got English books. So, if you know, speak Spanish, you want to read
Extensive
books in
collection.
Spanish, you want to learn more Spanish, you can find books at your reading level. And the owner's fantastic. They're opening up a cafe soon. And
What I love about
yeah.
it is that they make an effort to be open to both community and children specifically,
Mhm.
because that is where you begin to educate people. You get them addicted to books when they're young, and they begin to read their entire lives. And the ownership there sees that and fosters that, and I think that's fantastic for the community.
Oh,
I
there it
heard.
is.
Yeah, there it is. This is the Facebook event for your gig. And of course, it's easily found in your own Facebook page, which I'm going to show on the screen. Well, I might as well do it now because I have it ready to go. But you did mention a favorite word of mine, which is Spanish.
Ooh.
What community do you connect with better? Do you sing in both languages? Do you only sing in English? What's the deal?
Yeah.
Actually, we were just
We
at band practice
we
yesterday,
added.
and
¿Conoces la canción Fuentes de Ortiz?
Sí.
Okay, so that song we're
we're gonna,
singing that. I'll be
you
singing
made us
that
give it
this
away, but we're
Saturday.
gonna do that
Yeah,
tomorrow. We're
yeah,
gonna do
give
that
it
on
away,
Saturday.
give it away. No. Yeah, no, Fuentes de Ortiz. And then yesterday, actually, our Uber driver on the way back from band practice, he was playing some really cool Spanish hip hop rock kind of vibe. And we were
It's
like,
called
what?
Luz Nocturna,
Luz Nocturna.
and I'm thinking about picking that one up. As far as classics, I'm partial to Chavo de Onda, but we can't uncork that one in the bookstore. You know that.
Yeah, a little quieter. And then the other band was La Lupita, is the other band that he's introduced
This
us
is
to.
awesome. I'm so glad that you're looking for ways to connect bilingually in this town. We need a lot more of that. Now,
Mhm.
for people that are not familiar with the space, and this is going to go on Saturday at 2 p.m., right?
That's
Yes.
right. We
Yes.
will be both live, which we encourage you to attend. We would love to see you. But if you can't make it, we will also live stream it for everybody, so you can join us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
And no
Wonderful.
cover
No,
either.
no, there's no cover or anything. No, we just the bookshop just wants to make sure that everyone knows that we are here, we're open, and we're accepting of anyone who arrives here with an open mind and a willingness to educate themselves.
Yeah.
I have two more questions. The first one would be for the benefit of people that may want to show up to the gig. Does
Mm.
the bookstore offer any type of beverages or food or anything, or should people eat before or after, or what's the deal?
Actually, that is a great question.
Yeah.
They are opening a cafe in the bookshop next month, so we will have all kinds of blended drinks and that kind of thing. And I think they're going to do small sandwiches as well.
Yeah, as of Saturday, I believe there will be tea and I believe some coffee, and there is a water
It's
jug
fantastic
available
coffee.
too. Really good coffee. Yeah,
What was it?
best
Excellent.
coffee.
Organic, black honey.
It's
Oh man, it has.
it's beyond. If you're used to Starbucks, you're in for a
No,
treat.
no, it's not what you're used
It's
to
not.
at all.
Yeah, it's not what you're used to. It's delicious.
And my final question for you, well, actually, before that, I want to thank you for spending some quality time with us, and because I really hope, and I hope you will partner with me in spreading the word about this broadcast. You know, this is a
Absolutely,
free
100%.
a free way for anyone that is organizing something to just give me the privilege of spreading the word, because we all need that. We all need
Yes.
to broaden our communities to other communities that live here that we are not aware of. Which brings me to my final question for you guys. Is there anything that I haven't asked? Is there anything that is truly important for you to convey to those that are watching either live or later on about this gig?
I feel it's important to convey
Ooh.
that I put my personal
Ooh.
self into everything I do. Yes. And so when you come to see the show, when you read the book, when you experience anything that I do, know that it is authentically myself in a way that can only be expressed through the individual medium. So I want to take the time to appreciate anyone who has come to the show, anyone who has taken the time to consume any of the many things I've put out over the years. So that I wanted to make sure everyone that's watching knew that. Yes, thank you.
Zizi, do you have anything to add?
I'm on my way actually after this over to Nacho Daddy. So if you want to adorn yourself with anything special, I will be there with my full jewelry collection, earrings, bracelets, rings, necklaces. So check me out at Nacho Daddy tonight. And yeah, we're super excited for the show Saturday. We're adding a bunch of new songs to the set list. So if you've seen us before, don't get used to it. You know, we're gonna be adding more Spanish.
We've been in the laboratory.
We've been working hard. My hands hurt playing piano a little bit.
The spotlight is made for you. So if you have anything to announce next week or the week after, please feel free to come back. If other people start saying, well, this looks like AJ and ZZ's show, they're simply not taking advantage of it. So thank you so very much for your time, your generosity. Break a leg on the gig. And once again, as much as I would have liked you to chit chat with you right after this interview, Gary Green is eagerly waiting. He's applying dust and makeup and wigs. And yes, he is. No, actually, he's not. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure that he's not falling asleep. AJ and Zizi, thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Break a leg this Saturday, and I hope our paths cross sometime in the near future.
No doubt about it.
Yes.
Take care.
Yes, have a beautiful day.
You too. And of course, that was AJ and Zizi from the Pleasant Uprising. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I see that Gary is here with us, and that was a very, very pleasant, unexpected surprise. Of course, we know Gary as the president of the Amapas Neighborhood Association, but Gary being Gary, you know, he could be talking about that. He could be talking about a bunch of wonderful projects that he's constantly involved in. He's recovering from surgery, so we're going to give him as much love as we can. And there he is. Hello, guapo.
Well, hello. And boy, how am I going to follow that act? Their energy is amazing. And I think their dream of playing on the Malecon one day will certainly happen. So they sound awesome.
You know, it's good to have goals, isn't it?
It is. Absolutely.
Well, before we get into the meat and potatoes, Gary, how are you? How is your recovery going? You look great.
Great. I am doing fantastic. I actually had a hip replacement, and I had it done in Guadalajara. And if anybody has any hesitancy to go to any hospitals in Mexico, boy, they shouldn't, because the care was absolutely amazing, and highly recommend the hospital and the doctors and everything. So it's nice to be back in Vallarta, and a little warmer in Guadalajara than it is here. So it's a nice change of pace here, but it's nice to be back.
What brings you to the spotlight today?
Well, today I'm certainly not going to advertise anything about playing instruments or in a band, because that's the farthest thing that I can do. I took one piano lesson, I think, when I was about 10 years old, and then the teacher never came back, because she told my parents that, no, he needs to go in a different direction, because this isn't going to happen after one lesson. So that kind of scarred me for life. But anyway, what I'm here to talk about is the Amapas Neighborhood Association. We have a couple events on the books coming up this week, and just wanted to share that with your viewers.
Yay. I want to show you something that I'm just reading. A couple of dear friends, Brian and Chris, say, we walked the new Amapa stairs up yesterday. Great work. They are beautiful. I haven't had a chance to walk them, but I've seen photos, and you should be so proud of your accomplishments.
Well, thank you. So that was not so much of a pleasant uprising when we first tackled that project. Our first phase was to raise money to just basically make it walkable and safe by installing, new stairs and railings and lighting. And we're going to be getting to the landscaping and recognition wall. We did that very successfully. Those stairs, which are located between Terraza del Mar and Las Brisas. So they go down from Highway 200 pretty much all the way down to the beach. And it certainly is a main thoroughfare, not only for residents, but for tourists and a lot of the workers. Because of the closing of Santa Barbara Street due to the landslide a few years ago, those stairs now are getting probably more activity than they ever have in the past. So our phase 2 part of the project was to kind of spruce it up with a little color. And I think we took advantage of that and went way beyond the colors. Tamale Ringwald, also known as Daniel Leon, is a very well-known artist. Him and his husband own, and he has done murals all around the city. And today, I think maybe his last day of painting, or he has 1 or 2 days left. But I think this is certainly going to be a Instagrammable moment for those that visit the stairs, and they're just getting more colorful and more selfies day after day.
I very quickly, while you were talking, went looking for your Facebook page, and I'm showing these gorgeous photos on the screen. Oh my God. I mean, this one in particular, I like. Yes. Because it is such an amazing, let me see if I can make it bigger. Come on, photo. Well, I cannot make it bigger, but this is such a great contrast. You know, if you look at the brick on the right-hand side, which is, you know, ordinary Mexican brick, and all the beautiful stuff that you've created around it, it is just beautiful. It really is.
And obviously all those murals highlight different landmarks within Puerto Vallarta. And so what we're going to do is going to be putting a QR code on each of the sections, and it's going to describe those landmarks in a little bit greater detail. And again, we look forward to this being a destination, these stairs, as opposed to just walking up and down and forgetting what's in the middle.
Fantastic. Okay, so now tell us about these events. I'm excited.
Of course. Well, coming up on Monday, May 6th at 4 o'clock, we're actually going to have a Meet the Artist opportunity where Danielle Tamale is going to be at the Tunnel Bar, and we're inviting our members. It's a very small bar, so the space is limited. We're only charging 150 pesos, which includes a chili dog with all the fixins, a cocktail of your choice, and a special adult beverage shot to kind of celebrate the accomplishments of the mural, an opportunity to meet Tamale. And so we're excited about that. So again, it's from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. We are asking people to RSVP. You pay at the door, again, because space is limited. There's some great air conditioning at that bar. So if people want to get out of the heat, it's a great chance to do that. And our website does have that flyer that you just put on the screen with all the important information. Following that, the next Saturday on May 13th, the Amapas Neighborhood Association has a wonderful group of volunteers that go to different areas in the colonia to kind of sprucing up the area. We have the second Saturday of each month, the Saturday cleanup. Last month, we tackled some stairs that go down towards the blue chairs area, and just the difference that a couple of hours makes. It was so noticeable, and all the neighbors and the businesses surrounding that area thanked us immensely. So this week we'll be concentrating on the Hortensias and Gardinas area, kind of cleaning up that area. We are always looking for volunteers. We go out at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. We supply all the supplies and the brooms and the dustpans and the garbage bags and the gloves, and we just need bodies to show up from about 10 a.m. to about 11:30 or 12. So a couple hours makes a huge difference.
That is wonderful. I went into your Facebook page and I didn't see an event for that second event just yet. Is this something that you're going to create at some point in the future?
Yes, we're going to do it. We're going to put all the dates for all the Saturday cleanup. So we're actually working on that. Since today's a holiday, we actually are going to do that today, and our administrator is taking well-deserved time off. So we'll get to that.
Excellent. Tomorrow. Well, it was a pleasure to promote the Meet the Artist event just a few days ago in Coffee and Headlines. And I'll be happy to mention it again before the week is over. And as soon as I see that you have created an event for the second event that you have mentioned, then I would be so very happy to to mention it. Is there anything else on your mind that you wish to share with us, Gary?
No, that's it right now. We do have a lot of people that kind of head back north, but we still have a huge number of we have about 800 members, and we still have quite a few members, and they have a lot of events and activities planned throughout the summer. So we're excited, and we're going to be launching a new highway safety project coming up in the fourth quarter, where we're installing some signage and some reflective topes in 4 critical areas along the highway. So hopefully people will abide by the speed limit. And we constantly get reports of accidents taking place on the highway because of the speeds, especially of the motorcycles. And we're looking forward to making this project come to fruition as well. So a lot on the drawing board.
Gary, let me ask you a philosophical question, and let me tell you why I'm asking. You mentioned people that leave for the summer. And then coincidentally, I was having lunch with some friends, and I was telling them, I want to do a survey of Coffee and Headlines members to find out just how many stay and how many leave. So this is something that I'm very mindful of. I'm very mindful of the fact that a lot of people think that we go into hibernation, those of us that stay year round, or maybe we just disappear. I don't know what they think, but what can we do? And this is a philosophical question, to educate people that, yes, the heat and humidity may not be for everyone, but Puerto Vallarta continues on during the summer months. And like you say, there are a number of people, there are a lot of English-speaking locals that choose to stay. And we still want to be entertained. We still want to go dining. We still want to participate. We still want to connect. How do we convey that?
Yeah, I mean, I think just education-wise and let people know that all these activities are taking place. Some of our most successful social events that we have throughout the year are actually attended in the summer. A lot of the people that do stick around, love that time because the restaurants aren't as crowded, and they get the opportunity to meet, the staff and get to know them a little bit more. So, of course, we do spend a little bit more time at home, kind of, with our air conditioning fully on number 10 or, near all the fans. But, there is more to Puerto Vallarta than just November through March.
Well, I can tell you our city and our communities need more of that mindset, need more of that way of looking at things. And I'm happy to support any project that you guys are promoting to help those of us that stick around remember that we stick around. Yes, we choose to deal with the weather and other adversities, but there's no reason to not be here because we're not bored. I'm never bored.
No, not at all.
Never bored. Gary, is there anything else on your mind that people should know about at this point?
No, right now that is it. I think we covered everything, and probably come back in another couple months. We have a huge event, not for Amapas Neighborhood Association, but another organization in November that's in our 19th year, and we're looking for dozens of volunteers. So we'll definitely go ahead and keep you posted on that activity.
Well, Gary, I trust that you will come back whenever you feel you have to. This is always a welcome surprise. It's great to see you here. And it's great to rely on you on helping spread news about this project, the Spotlight, and hopefully more and more people will realize that not only through the live broadcast, but also by publishing these interviews later on. They're a part of our history, I'd like to think, and hopefully more and more people will come make excellent connections here in the future. Gary, it is a pleasure. And I hope to see you sometime soon. You're
Very
always
good.
in and out and all over the place. And
Yeah. Great. Well, you have a wonderful,
let's go to Cuyutlán.
Have a wonderful rest of the afternoon, and thank you for this opportunity.
Excellent. See you soon. Okay, friends, and that was Gary Green. And I'm happy to say that this has been the most well-attended live broadcast that we had. We reached 15 viewers at some point, and for a new broadcast, I'm just very excited about that. So what I want to say to you is thank you for watching. I see some names that I recognize. Thank you so much for spreading the word. And if by chance you are watching and you want to come onto the spotlight, do remember that it is free. Do remember that in the homepage of the Coffee and Headlines Facebook page, which I'm looking at right now, there is a 12-minute video that explains how the spotlight works, how you can get onto the spotlight for an interview for free if you are planning an event that is coming up in the future, whether you are, again, a nonprofit, a restaurant, a musician, an actor, an artist, you name it. You name it. Our goal here is to connect with as many people as we can so that all our projects are as successful as they can be. I thank you. And as usual, tomorrow we will be publishing the watch links for next week's Spotlight and the registration form for anyone that wishes to join and be interviewed like AJ and Zizi and Gary were interviewed today. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope to see you sometime soon. Ciao.